Manny Machado is the Padres home run king. 164 in Seattle. He's got the record, and the Padres win more importantly. And Manny Machado is just on one right now. Padres over the Mariners and George Kirby up in the Pacific Northwest 7-3 tonight. They'll go for a quick mini sweep of that series on Wednesday evening. So make your way in. We see the Supers. We'll get to them all. We appreciate your support of the channel. This would be a good night. It really would be a good night to get to 7,000 subscribers to celebrate this thing seriously. We're 25 away. So if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, now is the time to do it. Late night edition of the wrap-up show. Here's the Padres win over the Mariners. They inch closer to the postseason. Manny Machado stays hot and sets that franchise record. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, we're 25 subscribers away from 7,000. Let's get there tonight with your help. Smash the like button for us. We need hundreds of likes for this to celebrate Manny Machado's accomplishment. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the supers. We'll get to all of them. We'll start with those in a moment. Click the $ below the chat box if you want to become a member. You can click the join button down below. I mean, Machado's going to get the headlines. I thought there were a number of other huge moments. I mean, obviously what Tatis did, his 3-run home run. Darvish bouncing back, so to speak, right? 5 innings, 2 runs. Yes, he allowed 7 hits. Bullpen and Robert Suarez the 4-out save. So a lot of good in a win. And the Padres, again, inching closer towards the postseason on this historic night.
Finally. Finally.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it.
This record that has stood for almost 40 plus years.
How about 50?
40 plus, 50 plus?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah. This was, like, just being truthful here, this was one of the like, not embarrassing marks as a franchise in baseball history, but this record needed to be broken like ASAP because they, as a franchise, held the lowest total for home runs by a single player in franchise history by like a mile. And, you know, we all thought back in the early or the late 2010s that Adrian Gonzalez was going to pass it.
Yeah,
and then they traded him. And it was like, wait, what? You know, Morty talks about this a lot, how the reason why this record stood for so long is because this franchise in front office had been so bad at trading away players that had opportunities to break that record that they weren't here long enough to even have a chance to do that. So thank God it's over. And thank God it's someone that's going to be here for a long time. You know, this record will, at the end of the day, be in the probably 300s, which, I mean, is very respectable as a franchise. And you could have multiple guys in that. Like Tatis, I think one day will obviously get above 200 home runs, hopefully, knock on wood. You know, I think Jackson Merrill, I think, will get past the 163 home run mark. Like, what we're watching with this team right now, these group of players will be on a lot of Padres, like top of Padres record lists when it's all said and done. And I think that's pretty cool that you're literally watching franchise history day in and day out with these players on the team, because frankly, other than Tony and Trevor, a lot of these marks are not good. Like you know how many wins the all-time wins leader has in this franchise's history?
100.
Eric Show. And that is like, what? And 163 home runs, like, what? So it's pretty cool that the players that are watching now are all going to be close to or blow past a lot of these franchise marks because they're here for a long time.
Aaron Goldsmith, Mariners television today, saying what he appreciates about the Padres is like they are like sustained names in baseball. Like these are marketable players right now, and that's not something you can necessarily say about the Mariners. And by the way, this is a whole nother conversation that I've said that we've argued on. Manny Machado, quote me on this. Manny Machado will have a statue at Petco Park one day.
Okay.
He will have a statue one day at Petco Park. I'd be utterly shocked if he didn't. He is the franchise king for the Padres organization, and he's got 9 more years left on his deal, and he's hoping, obviously, for more from a team perspective. Again, please subscribe. We'd love to get to 7,000 subscribers tonight. We're 22 subscribers away, so please subscribe on this historic night. We'll get to all the super chats. Click the $ below the chat box as the Padres, again, win 7-3. And again, Machado's going to get the headlines. Tatis had a massive moment in this game and made a great play in the field. Padres overcame egregious umpiring from the plate umpire in this game and win. So let's get to some of these supers. Carlos is feisty per usual. So thank you, Carlos, for hanging out. He says, although Las Diaz is a certified bum and needs to see an eye doctor tomorrow.
Guy's a joke.
Off again, worrisome, but better than Buca de Beppo Joe. Well, first of all, Carlos, I love you, dude. I love you. And you are completely off.
Yeah.
Like, you could not be further off on both Joe and Darvish. You couldn't be possibly further off. Darvish missed 100 days. Makes his second start. I mean, what do you want? This is like the people that want the Aztecs to score 70 points in football their first week with a true freshman. Like, you have to be realistic. Or pitch counts, there's factors. He wasn't even pitching for weeks on end. He wasn't even with the team for months on end. What are you asking for? What are we asking for? And same thing with Musgrove. He's been awesome. The fourth inning the other night sucked, but he's been awesome and also missed a lot of time. These guys aren't going to win the Cy Young this year, but hopefully will be beyond serviceable. And you got to be realistic with both of these guys.
I think Darvish was fantastic tonight. I think 63 pitches in 5 innings. The 2 runs he gave up were solo shots and struck out 5, walked none. I thought for a second start coming back after being gone for so long,
exactly
fantastic. And coming out of tonight, I know everyone's going to talk about Manny Machado, understandably. But to me, the biggest story of the night is the way Darvish looked. Like, the way he looked gives you so much confidence going forward that he's going to continue to build on this start and then the next start and then the next start, that, you know, you could be looking here that going into a postseason series, I know we've talked about it and I don't want to get into this right now, but like, if you have Joe, Darvish, and King pitching amazing, that might bump out Cease in the first round, depending on how he's pitching towards the end of the year. I know,
we can talk about that another day.
Yeah, I don't want to get
I
into
agree. Padres Payne, thank you. Says Les Diaz, what the fuck, man? Or he said that
he was horrible. I mean, he was god awful.
Well, and the way he was missing, I mean, he missed the same pitch repeatedly. I mean, he missed a lot. And he missed a lot of big pitches and big moments. Yet it will happen, and you have to overcome it. We talk about it all the time. I mean, how many times over the years have we talked about horse crap umpiring? So this is another example of it, but it's not the only example of it. You got to overcome it, and they did.
We talk a lot about how bad Angel Hernandez was as an umpire.
Yeah, he was really bad.
The one thing I think that we don't talk about enough around baseball is how bad Las Diaz is as an umpire. Yeah. He is historically awful every time out, and I could make a case that he is equally as bad as Angel Hernandez. It's just Angel Hernandez, for whatever reason, got all the headlines for being the worst umpire in baseball because of his attitude. He had a lot, but Las Diaz is fucking awful.
And he's the big loser with Angel Hernandez not umpiring anymore, because now people are paying attention to this absurdity. And it was absurd. I mean, there was some, it was ridiculous at points tonight. Yeah. Carlos, thank you, my friend. And by the way, he agrees with us on Darvish. Again, Carlos, we're all boys here, but I got to give you my opinion, like you're giving us your opinion. We appreciate your support of the channel. He says Kim's boo-boo is the best thing to happen to the Padres right now. Solano needs more playing time. We saw that tonight, by the way. Since last month, tonight he showed why. Go Padres. That's a very good super chat. I mean, Solano also made a great dig at first in this game. I mean, the Padres worked out some spots there, Jim. Bases loaded in a 4-run game. They get a double play. 8th inning, there's traffic. There's good defensive plays in there. This was a good start with Solano in that lineup again.
He had a fantastic game. 2 for 3 with a walk.
Yeah.
2 runs scored. That pick that you talked about that he made across the diamond. And look, I am a firm believer in things happen for a reason, like just in life in general.
Sure.
And while it's not ideal to have injuries at all anywhere, like that's the one thing about sports that I absolutely despise is like the injury factor, because it just ruins seasons. It ruins enjoyment of the games. It ruins like just outcomes, how this team is clearly better, but because of injuries, this team won. Like, I despise it, but that's life, and it just can't avoid it. And if Kim going down to an injury created this lineup, which is the best lineup they have right now, and there's nothing wrong with this lineup at all. Going forward, if they ended up winning a World Series and this is the lineup they throw out there, like, and Kim misses the rest of the year, and they win it because of it, like I'm gonna look at it as like a positive. It's not a positive that Kim's gone, but the positive is that Donovan Solano is playing every day. And he's putting together every single time out there, great at bat after great at bat after great at bat. I mean, he's in 292 on the year, and it's not a soft 292 either. I mean, he has 236 at bats on the season, John.
Off the scrap heap.
Yeah.
Off the scrap heap. An amazing pickup. Whether they got fortunate or not, of course they did, but that's a good thing. They got fortunate with Profar, but I mean,
gotta be lucky.
Off the scrap heap. Nobody else picked him up, but the Padres did. Back to the super chats, guys. Subscribe. 22 subscribers from 7,000.
We're not leaving tonight until we get to 7K.
We're not leaving. So
yeah,
well, that might not be a reason actually to subscribe, because then we'll be here for forever. But you got to subscribe. Please, if you support the channel, if you support the Padres, if you support our year-round content, please do subscribe. Seriously, here tonight. Thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. You got to smash the like button tonight as well. For Machado, I'm with Carlos on this. Thank you. It says the opposite field homer by Tatis was prime Tatis. What a beautiful swing. Need that in October. Manny getting hot at the right time. I mean, Arraez is scorching hot. I just saw something on what he's done here recently. What, 412 in his last 15, 16, 17 games. It's like he's healthy, like fully healthy. And Tatis had a really bad game the other day, Sunday, 0 for 5, which means he should be praised for this. The defense and the offense, the massive hit. In Seattle, a 2-run deficit can be big. It's not a good hitter's yard. George Kirby's a very good pitcher, and Tatis turned that thing around, and rest was basically history.
This is from Too Much Morton's. This was a day ago, though, so it doesn't count tonight. But Luis Arraez's last 16 games, he's hitting 412, the 440 on base, or 444 on base, 485 slug. Obviously, doesn't slug at all, and his on base coincides with him getting hits. And he has a 163 WRC plus. My favorite is his strikeout rate is 0.0.
Yeah, he doesn't strike out forever.
And he's actually walked a little bit. His walk rate is 5.6%. And
yeah, when you're hitting 400, who cares, right?
It's exact. Who gives a shit? And that's, you're not, I mean, Todd, you're not asking Luis Arraez to go out there and hit 30 home runs for you. Like, that's Manny's job. Like, that's Tatis, that's Jackson Merrill, and they're getting the job done. Luis Arraez, his job is to be pesky as hell and start off the game, to get on base, get a hit. I mean, if you're the opposing pitcher, you're going to there and be like, well, can't strike this guy out ever. Like, it's impossible. That's why his average with either like the bases loaded or runners in scoring position is so high, because you can't strike him out in those situations when you need strikeouts. So
it's amazing.
He's been unreal. Anybody out there that has, I've been a Luis Arraez stan from the second he got here.
Yeah, and I've defended him when he wasn't hitting because of his hand.
And anybody out there that was saying, oh, you know, he doesn't really walk, and I can't believe he doesn't walk, shut the fuck up.
Okay, you could do that. By the way, he's going to run away with his 3rd straight batting title. He'll be the first player in the history of the sport with 3 batting titles for 3 different teams. And he's going to do it in 3 consecutive years. He's running away with it. He's up 13 points in the National League. He's only getting better right now. He's hitting 318, which means he's hitting better than that as a Padre, by the way, because he was hitting just under 300, I think, with Miami. So he's been truly incredible. And that 412 stat you just threw out, well, he's 3 for 5 tonight. So he's probably like 420 something in his last 17 games. Carlos, appreciate you, man. He says, Campy and Yuki still suck. They should not see any meaningful innings anymore. Give me Elias, the Tank Diaz. Wish the Ho train pitched today. No, I don't. You know, I saw some people taking exception with the way that Schilt used the bullpen here tonight with a larger lead. But if you watch the way this game played out late and how many base runners the Mariners had, and like, go time, playoffs are coming. You can't afford something bad to occur. Off day Thursday, I'm going for the 4-out save. I'm using my 8-team bullpen even with a larger lead. This isn't get cute time. This is pretend like it's the postseason time. So for me, it worked out beautifully.
You are in a stretch run where if you had a 4-run lead, you're not like, well, you know, we'll go with Hoeing and Morahone and Matsui. Nah. Right now. You have, how many more off days do they have? 3?
Maybe 3, which is good.
They have Thursday, they have next Thursday, and then they have the following Monday. So they got 3 more off days, 16 games remaining. It is a team from here on out, unless you're up 10-0.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I am fully on board with the decisions that Schilt made tonight going with the A team, because you had them not be used really much at all over the weekend and you had an off day yesterday. So you are going to use, Suarez and Scott and Adam and throw in Estrada in there. Like, I'm perfectly fine with it. And they got the job done. And that's all that matters. I know Scott wasn't crisp tonight. He allowed 4 base runners, 2 walks in a third of an inning, but they got the win at the end of the day. And that's it.
Hard to argue it.
It's hard to argue that.
It's really hard to get into the semantics when you're winning games consistently, which they are, by the way. Even with the series loss to San Francisco, they are winning games consistently. And they're up 2 games up in the loss column on both Atlanta and New York right now, which is, again, not perfect, but you do have one of those 2 tiebreakers. So you're sitting in a much more desirable spot than you were even a day ago. Evan, thank you for the super chat. He says, Laz almost totally effed us. I'll say F, but you see on screen. In the 7th inning, even though I already said the F word earlier. Pathetic, egregious stuff from him behind the plate tonight. I would agree. There's no accountability, and they need ABS, automatic balls and strikes. I mean, how many times have we talked about this you and I have talked about this for 5+ seasons, and I've talked about it for my whole life.
And it's a very simple fix.
It's very simple.
It's a very simple fix. It's not like we're putting a robot out there. It's
they've been testing it.
When the umpire makes a horrible call,
just challenge it.
You challenge it, and it's overturned.
You just put your hand up. It takes 2 seconds, like tennis. They see if the ball was in or out. I mean, it's so simple.
The other night in football, they did some things that I'm like, whoa, what? Did you see in the moments of the game where they did the automatic replay overturn?
I did, but I wasn't overly concerned with it. A little bit like the landing zone. I know it's happening, but I'm like not concerning myself with it.
There was 2 calls. One, they called pass interference on the 49ers on an offensive play, but the ball was thrown backwards, so it was a backward pass. And so replay review said, guys, that was a backward pass. Pick up the flag.
Yes, I was listening during that, yes.
And then the other one was from the booth. Garrett Wilson caught a first down, but he stepped on the line. But the more important one is the umps, not the umps, but the referees, they messed up the call. Okay. You can't challenge a flag, right? And the replay official said, dude, you guys got that wrong. And they overturn it. Quick fix, easy done. So you have the technology. Other sports are doing it. You gotta enter the 21st century here, or the 22nd, or whatever century it's called now. I don't know. You got to enter the world here and now and stop using judgment as your end all be all.
Yeah. Again, I mean, does everything have to be perfect and precise like tennis? Maybe not, because batters are different sizes. Guys are taller, guys are shorter. Strike zones are different. And it's like the box they put on the screen on ESPN isn't a box like a tennis court, but they got to do better than Las Diaz. I mean, they just have to. Carlos says, no complaint from Carlos. Wrong. Xander is ground ball double play king. Yes, he did ground into a comebacker double play in this game. Again, I'm going to credit Xander Bogaerts for moving over and basically allowing Solano to get in there, even though Bogaerts was 0 for 4. We're going to credit Xander Bogaerts here. Chucky D, thank you for the super chat. He says, only thing better than seeing a Pods win live is seeing it in someone else's park. Thousands of Padres fans in Seattle. You could hear them. And again, this was significant because you knew that it was possible with Machado. Like I said it today on the radio, I hope tonight's the night. I mean, this was always going to be a possibility. So I think that got more people out as well. Padres fans, I mean, we watch these games, Jim. I mean, they've been turning out significantly on the road for a number of years, but especially this year.
Were you there, Chucky D? Because it sounds like you were there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Padres fans that all went down behind the dugout, it looked like.
Yeah.
Maybe not hundreds and hundreds, but a good amount of fans.
Yeah. I agree. That's sweet.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Seattle, I've never been to Seattle before.
It's awesome.
But everybody that I talked to that's been there, they say it's the best little places.
It's awesome. It's right downtown. Spectacular. Downtown Seattle, man, where that ballpark is, a great little spot. It really is a great spot. Too bad they never win. I mean, not too bad for the Padres, but too bad for Mariners fans.
Don and Mud were talking about tonight. They're like, can we change the division so we come to Seattle more?
More, I mean, in my opinion, Seattle's a great city. Now, I've only been there in the summertime, but I know it sucks in the wintertime with the rain, but I think Seattle's a great city. Padres Payne, thank you. It says, nice to see Suarez making adjustments. One or two super nasty changeups, maybe just the rest. Scott's outing was tarnished by umpiring and then lucky hits. Now, you tweeted about Suarez after all the panic of being used 4 times in 5 days, his ineffectiveness. He bounced back in a big way here tonight against the Seattle Mariners. That potent lineup.
Yeah, I think everyone can take a deep breath on Robert Suarez, and understand that rest is like a big thing. You have 4 days off, you're going to look sharp like you did tonight. Now, give a base hit, okay, but his command was good. He was still throwing 100, and for me, there was the command issue that was the problem on last Wednesday, I want to say.
Yeah,
So
it was one of those days, yeah.
I think it was Wednesday, right? But the thing that he did tonight that he hasn't done in a while, and I want to double check this. So let me just pull this up here. Yeah. Do you want to know the last time Robert Suarez struck out more than one batter in a game?
Yeah, we talked about it the other day. It's been a while.
August 8th. That's a full month.
Yep.
And tonight he had 2 strikeouts. So to me, I think rest is just does a body good. And especially for a guy that's the most innings he's ever pitched in his entire career in a season, you got to make sure you have him rested and ready to go for the postseason. Now, obviously, if you're in a pinch and you're in Arizona, final 3 days of the year, you've used Robert Suarez 5 out of the last 7 days, and each game is a 1-run game. Yeah, you're going to throw Robert Suarez out there more often than not. But like getting him enough rest is so important.
By the way, we've put up with Flip Per for like ever. This like annoying, bizarre, trolly commenter chatter.
What are they
Flip
doing?
Per, no joke. Last shot. Because I'm
What's he
seeing
saying?
all this bullshit, crazy, bizarre. Stop. Just stop with it. The next time I see a comment from you that I don't like, I will ban you. Not for 5 minutes. You're just done because your shit is whack, man. It's been that way for months on end, probably years on end. We put up with it, but dude, we should not put up with your crap. Hendrick, thank you, man. He says Scott walk issue showed tonight is all hashtag LFGSD is all like Scott walk issue is problematic. Yes, his walk numbers are always high. Like that's a problem. He doesn't allow a lot of base runners other than walks. It's like other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Does that worry you? Tanner Scott, like his wildness. Tonight's weird with Diaz, but does that worry you, the fact that he allows base runners via the walk? I mean, it should be. It's somewhat concerning.
Yeah, it is concerning, but I also know how good of stuff he has. And let me just look right here. Yeah, he's got a high walk rate and he's got a 1.09 whip. It's not the best in the world, but he does have 74 strikeouts in 64 innings this year with a 1.55 ERA. So
yeah, no, his
more
numbers
often than not, he's gonna get it done.
What's his walk rate? How many walks does he have this year?
He's got hold on. He's got 33 walks in 64 innings.
Yeah, it's crazy high, but
yeah,
he doesn't allow anything.
He's always
else.
been a high walk guy. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing.
37, 46, 24, 33 walks, and like, yeah. So he's going to be a high walk guy, but I'm looking at his batting average against people are hitting 167 off him this year. He has that Blake Snell in him where
he just
can't hit him. He's going to get out of it. It's going to be maybe a little rocky, but
that's going to scare me in the playoffs though, man. I don't want to see 2-walk inning.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on, like that's going to be scary.
I know, but still, the numbers are the numbers, and the dude's been nails this year.
Yeah, no, his numbers are great. No, there's no doubt, and their bullpen is elite. It has the capability of being as good as there is.
Elite.
It is an elite bullpen. The Fiery Friar, thank you for the super chat. He says Arraez gives away a free strike and still doesn't strike out. We're talking about tonight specifically.
I think maybe just in general.
Dude, he's a great 2-strike hitter.
How many, dude? How many times in a season do you think Luis Arraez would strike out if every single at bat he started with 2 strikes?
I mean, it wouldn't be a huge number. Either
Higher
way,
or lower? Because right now on the season, he has struck out 26 times in 579 total at bats.
Yeah, what percent is that? That's like 4% or something.
Higher or lower, like than 40?
Probably higher. If you started every at bat with 2 strikes, every one.
I know, but he's such a great. I mean, he just does such a great contact. He doesn't swing and miss.
Let me see his dude. With 2 strikes this year, he's hit 280. Like, that's freaking incredible.
So still 280 is like one of the best.
He's a 280 hitter with 2 strikes. Like, and that's freaking incredible. Carlos, appreciate you, man. He says, let's be serious now. Are you guys truly comfortable with Suarez with 1-run lead in the playoffs? I am not. I like Adam, has 3 pitches and all filthy. Adam's been really good. No, are you comfortable with any closer with a 1-run lead in the postseason? You know what I mean? Like, that's always a little tricky. It's a 1-run lead. It's also, the postseason. Robert Suarez has his 2 ERA, doesn't he?
Yeah.
2.48.
Yeah, and it's a little high because of his blow up last game, gave him the grand slam. Take that away, it's I think maybe close to a 2.
Yeah, but they all count.
So here's the thing. You get to the regular season the entire year, and Robert Suarez has been your closer since day one. There's a 0.0% chance in the postseason. All of a sudden, Schulte's going to switch up and be like, you know what? Let's have Jason Adam close now.
Correct. Not 0.00.
Correct. Not happening.
Yeah. Correct. Let me get to this from Ben. Then I do want to tell our viewers here about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, in a moment. Ben, thank you, man. He says, I'm a fan of no nonsense, lay down the law, John. This is the new John. Ever since I started calling San Diego State football games, I'm like the guy in Office Space where I just don't care about anything.
He doesn't give a shit. Trust me.
I don't know why, but something happened. But he says he's here for it. Get him, JS, get him. In fact, I'm seeing like what Faye and other people are saying here in the chat about Flipper. Now, there's people defending Flipper, but there's other people saying what I'm saying. He is single. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. How about this, Jim? You ready for something?
I do whatever you want.
Here's what I'm going to do, but I just got to.
John's on another level lately.
I'm
kind of like whatever.
Yeah, I am. Guess what? Peace. You're done. Like, we don't need people harassing people over and over and over and over and over again. And if people who are loyal to this channel, like Faye and others, are saying that he's been harassing them, and I don't keep up with it. I don't police it. I don't go back and look at these comments every night. I could be 40 minutes without even looking at the comment section, truthfully. And in my opinion, he's a clown. So I'd rather have one less subscriber and more happy people viewing the channel. Bye-bye, Flipper. They call me Flipper. Jim can't deal with me. All right, here's the deal. Those of you that are still here that I haven't banned, please subscribe. Year-round content for Padres.
For 22 away.
22 away even without Flipper. He's probably not even a subscriber. That's what makes this so hard. It's like, dude, I just banned him, and we still have the same number of subscribers. So 22 away. Please subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans and the special night for Manny Machado and the Padres. Also, please support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you support this channel, great insurance agent. You can take it from us. Homeowners, life insurance, earthquake insurance. I have 3 policies. Through Mark, you can as well. He's going to save you a lot of money and time if you ever need him. He saved me $750, or he could save you much more than $750, but I've got all these policies. You can as well. And if you ever need him, he's there for you. In 2022, I had to file a claim. He took care of everything, saved us thousands of dollars, so much time. And he's a great, great insurance agent. You can take that from us. Great service and communication. Longtime supporter of the channel, San Diegan, lifelong Padres fan. Click the link in the description down below to get to his website, or call Mark Nimitz. He'll talk to you about the Padres. He'll talk to you about saving money on your insurance. So if you support this channel, please support Mark Nimitz, our title sponsor at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on the ticker below. mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
All right. Back here to the chat and the night. Again, please subscribe. Yu Darvish, a winner tonight. They used Estrada, Scott, Adam, and Suarez in relief. We've talked already, obviously, about Arraez, Tatis, Machado. I think it's good to see Jurickson Profar with a couple of hits in the middle of that lineup. We were curious today about the lineup, Jim. You actually nailed it to a T when we learned Donovan Solano was going to be in it. Your 8-hole hitter, to your point, is a 300 hitter. He's capable of being a 300-plus hitter in Donovan Solano. He's your 8-hole hitter. He's hitting 300. By the way, your number 9 hitter is like a 20-home run guy, Kyle Higashioka.
Your 9 hitter has 16 home runs and a 771 OPS this year. Like, that's crazy, dude. I mean, he's not going to be in there every day for the rest of the season, but your number 9 hitter, and this is not a small sample size, 213 at bats, has a 505 slugging percentage. Sorry, 502 slugging percentage. Your 9 hitter. So when you look at this lineup, how balanced it is, 1 through 9, this is it. This is the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the lineup they have today needs to be every single day from here on out, unless there's an injury, unless they truly need to give someone the day off. But I feel like you don't really need to do that with 3 more off days remaining and 16 now games remaining in the season. I would hope and I expect that every single game or damn near close to every single game is this exact lineup with variations of Arraez in the field and Solano DH, or subbing someone out to be a DH and Solano takes over that spot, or vice versa, and whatever, right? Like, the positions they can be interchangeable, but as far as the lineup goes, that's the lineup.
Completely agree. This is a good lineup. If Ha-Seong Kim returns, we will re-entertain whatever the lineup is going to look like at that point. But this is what I know. There's 16 games left, and they don't have Ha-Seong Kim, so this is the best they can clearly do at this point. Sarah, what's going on? Appreciate your super chat. Appreciate your membership as well. She says, your bar, your rules. Some drunk comes in yelling shit, they get booted. J&J rule. Thank you, Sarah. Loyal viewer, supporter, by the way, of John and Jim as well. Big time Aztec as well. So thank you, Sarah. That's very kind. Thank you for your support of the channel. And by and large, we don't ban anyone. Like, seriously, how many people have we banned this year? 2, maybe.
Well, I mean, the things we just ask is like,
just be respectful.
Don't be disrespectful to people in the chat. Don't
call people racist. What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't accuse people of anything. Like, you come at us, there's times where we will put you in like a timeout.
Yeah.
And some people we've banned, mostly Dodger fans, for being like annoying. Like, why are you in this channel? You're like, oh, Dodgers. Like, shut up, you're banned.
Yeah. Right. Correct. But thank you, Sarah. We appreciate
it. And Richard Simmons. But other than that.
Oh my God, Richard Simmons. Don't even bring that up.
Rest in peace.
Okay. When I think of the 3 worst things in wrap-up show history, hear me out. It's your internet back in the day in the garage. I wanted to murder you.
Yeah, I know. I got high speed now.
It's Richard Simmons. That was weeks on end, wasn't it, Jim, before we finally rectified it?
It's like we didn't have any moderators, and so it's like,
I mean, but you figured it out eventually how to you did something at the back end to prevent that type of spam.
I just deleted and blocked everybody
if you look at our blocked all time, it's like 500 Richard Simmons.
Seriously, dude.
And now Richard Simmons isn't even alive, so maybe that's playing a role.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So that's 2 of the worst things ever. What else would you put in the worst thing ever on the wrap-up show? Oh God, your drunk nights with the freaking Warriors. I wanted to murder you.
That was like
pre-Aaron days.
Yeah, that was PE pre-Aaron. When I was just like,
Aaron.
Seriously,
I mean, it's not like you were some crazy person before Aaron.
No. I just was like single and bored and
you were a little rowdier.
Not really, but anyway.
Put it in the chat.
I musical human perfectly. My Profar lineup night.
Oh God, that was great. That was a great night. So funny. He's just like, here's a hypothetical. What about moving Profar 7th? People are like, how dare you?
You fucking idiot! You don't know baseball.
Like, that was ridiculous.
I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, the night where you just started, like, for some reason, pulling out your credentials for some reason.
That was so dumb. What was I doing?
I don't know. The Bird night was actually a fun night.
Bird night was hilarious.
Birdgate.
And freaking me going off on Otani. You kind of baited me into it.
I totally baited you into that. And then the night I was in front of a AutoZone.
Oh, that was awesome.
Because I couldn't be inside. And
why couldn't you be inside? I forget.
Because my roommates had people over, and Aaron was trying to go to sleep. And so there's nowhere for me to do this thing. And so I went to the car, and then I went over to the AutoZone.
That's great. Yeah, that was great. There was like people like following you. That was super.
Yeah, there was
weird.
like a homeless person like taking a piss next to me.
So weird. You should ask him his thoughts on the Padres. Caleb, thank you. He says, how do you feel about the playoff push with our remaining schedule? We're 2.5 games up in a playoff spot. I'm a little nervous to say the least. Hashtag LFGSD, ring the bell. I'm now more in tune with Jim, who took a deep breath today because of what happened yesterday, which was, I think, an Atlanta loss. Yeah. And now today you get two good results. You get your win. I'm talking about the Padres win. And you get a Mets loss or Braves loss?
Mets lost. Braves won, I think, 12-0 over Washington.
Yeah. So I feel, I mean, good for me is probably a strong word, but I feel good. I do. Do I feel perfect or great? I'd be lying because I've seen this sport play out before and things can change. I feel good. I think their schedule is challenging, but there's 16 games left. They can navigate this thing, and they are playing the White Sox 3 times. They can navigate it, and they're better positioned than the Braves and the Mets. Simple as that.
Like, I feel good because they control their own destiny. You know, I know we are keeping an eye on what the Diamondbacks, the Braves, and the Mets are doing every single night.
Yep.
But truthfully, it only matters if the Padres don't take care of business. And on nights that say all those teams lose, it's a wash. It's like a day off the calendar that doesn't matter. And so you're not sitting here saying, oh man, we need the Braves to lose tonight to get this result, or we need the Diamondbacks to lose tonight. You just keep winning, you take care of business, and you make sure that the days you do lose, you hope that's when you do look at the scoreboard, and you hope when the days you lose, the teams behind you lose as well.
That's right.
And then you're fine. So like, just take care of business. You got 16 games remaining. Truthfully, you go 10-6. That's 92 wins. I think that is a lock it in.
Oh my
postseason appearance.
No scenario. Yeah, it's
the
done.
Only thing you're wondering now. By the way, shout out. Padres secured a winning record tonight.
Shout out back-to-back years. Congratulations, AJ.
Back-to-back.
All he does is have winning records.
Back-to-back.
When's the last time the Padres had 3 straight winning seasons?
I'm going to tweet that out.
Well, we could just look it up.
Well, I know. I'm just going to say.
Oh, you're going to tweet that? Yeah, they secured a winning record. Can someone put that in the chat? The last time they had 3 straight winning seasons? Is that a 90s occurrence? I'm just going to look. I'm sure some of you know that off the top of your head. But it's been a while, folks. You'd have to go back to 05, 06, 07, which is part of actually 04, 05, 06, 07. 04, 05, 06, 07.
Wow.
Is the last time they did that.
5, 6, 7?
They did 4 straight years.
Oh, wow.
Yep, in 04, 05, 06, 07.
So,
I have that right, don't I?
Yeah. Because everyone's like, oh, winning season last year, including us.
I know.
But hey, it's factual. I mean, 3 straight winning seasons for the Padres, even though last year did not feel like it.
It didn't feel like it for a lot of the year. It didn't. Carlos, appreciate you again. He says Bogart's getting cold. Need more than ground balls. Jim talked about it. He hasn't been red hot. I don't know if it's ice cold, but 0 for 4 tonight's not going to help that math.
It's not good. It's not good. But you're not going to have a 1 through 9 lineup where every single person in your lineup's hot. It just doesn't happen. And Bogarts is a professional at bat, so he's better than what they have.
Yeah, I mean, he's better than Wade McCoy. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
And Tyler Wade.
Yep.
Oh,
Hendrick, appreciate you. He says, Xander move seems to hint that Kim isn't close to coming back or being back. The lineup gained length with Solano sliding in, Schilt pushing right buttons. I kind of agree with that overall take, Jim. I mean, why would you put him over at short if your shortstop's coming back?
Yeah, again, you're like, They obviously know more than we know, and they're not going to divulge into everything because they never do. But when you hear what Mike Schultz said yesterday about Hassan Kim, and then the reports from Kevin about he has 0 zip on his throws across the diamond, that's not good. That's not good. So I'm gonna say that they probably are thinking the worst here, and they're not going to assume anything, and they're just going to just make the move now because why wait?
I love this question. This has come up like monthly for the last 3 months on the wrap-up show, I'm sure. Matthew saying, could the Padres extend Arraez? How much would it cost? I just love this question for some reason because I'm fascinated by it. He's under control for 1 more year. How old is he? 27? 28? And he's arbitration eligible right now. Yeah, how old is he?
I don't know. Hold on.
I could ask Siri or Google. 27. So he's under control through age 28. He's making $10 million this year. The Padres aren't paying a penny, by the way. That's kind of crazy for Hit King. I assume he goes from 10 to 15 next year. And then I said this, I think, a while ago. I said 5 for 100. Are we cool with that? Is that too low? Is that too high?
Probably might be too low for him. Right?
Give me like some offense, some recent, like, I'm just trying to think of like hitters, recent contracts around baseball for hitters. What did Matt Chapman just get? They're not comparable, but how much money did he get?
He got 6 for 151.
He's not getting 25 a year, is he? That's what Matt Chapman got. He's not getting 25 a year.
He's not getting 25 a year. No,
he's just not. That seems like a stretch for a guy that, again, in today's baseball, it's different the way he goes about things. You know, I think it's between though. I could make an argument for 20 to 22, 5 for 5 or 6 years, probably.
I would love Luis Arraez around for a long time, but you know, the reason why you have all these players together is because Luis Arraez is making nothing. Jackson Merrill's making nothing. You know, you cut payroll and you have a infinitely better team than last year. Why? Because you're not having the guys in left field making 28 million. You're having the guy in left field making 1 million. You have the guy who is one of the most consistent hitters in baseball, Donovan Solano, making nothing. Luis Arraez, the best hitter in baseball for average, is making nothing. Like, you're getting away with this stuff, and once you start paying guys, it becomes more difficult and more difficult to keep everybody around, and you have to pick and choose. And I do think that if I were to pick and choose, Luis Arraez to me is a guy that I would definitely put in the I pick him category to stay long term. It's just I don't know how much he's going to like want.
I have no idea what he would want either. But if I'm a 3-time batting champion, I wouldn't necessarily settle. Like I would.
I wouldn't settle either.
But I'm worth. I don't know what he's worth. I guess. Like, is he worth? I think he's going to make 15 in arbitration. If he's making 10 right now, that's my guess. 14 or 15 next year. So he's not getting less than 15, 16 per year based on that. I'm guessing like 5 for 100, 6 for 105. I don't know, somewhere in there. That's in my head, but I think it's a ballpark at least. Hendrick, thank you. Says Kwan got 800K. What are we talking about? Kwan got 800K. That's because he's not even arbitration eligible. He's just making the minimum.
Right.
Yeah. He got 800K because that's the law. Those are the rules of the CBA.
Those are the rules.
Those are the rules. I mean, Arraez made 800K 3 years ago too, or whatever he made. Probably less, 6 or 700.
But he's amazing. I love Luis Arraez. I mean, we were honestly one of the first shows to bang on the Luis Arraez drum in the offseason. Remember that like time we talked about Luis Arraez and everyone's like, I don't know. And it was like before the season started, and then
I got traded.
Yeah, I remember we did a video on it.
Ishmael, I don't see. Do you see? I thought I saw a super from someone else earlier too. Do you see anything from Ishmael earlier? Or I thought there was an orange super chat, Jim, in our software. Maybe missed Do It All. I don't have that on my side.
Well, You
I'm
suck.
an idiot.
I have them.
Sorry, Ishmael. Apologies. I'm blaming StreamYard. Thanks, StreamYard. If
I
Kim
have
does or yeah,
This
that one
one?
I missed too. Well, go to Ishmael and let me get back to Miss Do It All. I thought I saw it in the chat, but I didn't see it in the supers. I don't have that in my column.
I remember my first time doing StreamYard.
I'm gonna punch you. Ishmael, thank you. Take a look back, and not that you keep track of what I'm doing during the show, but see if there's anything that pops out.
Huh?
Ishmael says, if Kim does or doesn't return, can we agree this is the best lineup? Oh, even if he does return?
This is the best lineup, even if Kim returns.
Yeah, but Kim's going to play, right?
It's not the best lineup defensively.
Right.
And most likely you're going to put Kim out there because of defensive purposes. And Kim can hold his own at the plate. He's not as good a hitter as Donovan Solano, but like he's better defensively. And so I think they would choose, defense here over offense because they have plenty of offense already in their lineup, even without Donovan Solano in it.
Wait,
like it's not like
it all now.
It's not like you're taking out Manny Machado here. I mean, Don Solano's a really, 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 really good hitter, but like he's not the end all be all. He's your 8 hitter.
Miss Doodle said they were going to sleep, so apologies, but this was in the last minute. So hopefully you're still here. My bad. I don't have it. I saw it in the chat. I don't see it. Excuses. I blame Jim. Miss Doodle says, let's go. Only gripe with Scott being in the game. We were up 5 runs. Also, Xander ground ball double play too many times lately. Move Merrill up in the order. Darvish and Fernando look promising after missing time. I contemplate the move Merrill up in the order conversation. I mean, not necessarily tonight. They scored 7 runs, but I think it's a fair consideration.
I think the highest you're moving Jackson Merrill is 5th.
Okay, but that's still 2 spots up in the order.
Yeah, but then I feel like making your lineup potentially not as like the length of it balanced, because you then have Cronenworth behind Bogey, and then you have Bogey, and you have Cronenworth. Solano's a good hitter, and then Higgy. Like it just, I don't know. I think what they're doing is perfect, but that conversation is for next year. Like next year, I could easily see Jackson Merrill hitting 3rd for the team.
Right.
Like depending on what happens with Profar. Like I could see, honestly, next year's lineup, I could see Arraez, Tatis, Merrill, Machado, Bogarts 1 through 5, and Cronenworth 5th and Bogarts 6th still. Like I could see that. Definitely.
Yeah, next year's completely. I mean, we can't entertain next year right now, but yeah, Jackson Merrill's not going to forever hit 7th. The guy could be a star in the making. He could be hitting in the 2 hole at some point in his career, 3 hole.
You don't put a guy that is going to hit 25 home runs 7th.
Just hold that globe.
Just right now is good. Hold the globe.
Just hold it. Would you like me to talk about it?
Well, you brought it up on the screen. I see it.
Mova Globes. All right. This is a true factual statement. This should be in the Padres game notes. Since Mova Globes signed on with the wrap-up show, the Padres have the best record in baseball. So I consider this globe to be a good luck charm. Simple as that. And so does that train, apparently. I got to close my window.
Well, you can't because it's 1,000,000 degrees still outside, right?
It's cooled off here by the water, Jim. Although you're by the water. Do you hear it?
Yeah, but I'm by like toxic water.
I know. Do you hear the train?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a train. Anyway, Mova Globes, really cool company. The company's based in San Diego. The technology was invented in Cardiff by the Sea. These spin all day and all night with artificial or natural light. They're really incredible products. No cords, no wires, no batteries, nothing, right? Nothing's attached to these things. They're spectacular products. They have all 30 teams officially licensed, all 30. In addition to that, they've got like planetary globes and more. Click the link in the description down below. Use promo code PWS10, PWS10, get 10% off. These are great products, great gift ideas, great for the baseball fan in your life, not just the Padres fan in your life, but the baseball fan in your life. Great gift idea. Great way to support the channel. Get 10% off by using promo code PWS10. We've got the Padres Globe, Jim. We've got some planetary globes here at our places as well. Great product. Really, really cool. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. The website, click the link in the description down below. There are 6 MLB teams right there. You can check them out and use promo code PWS10.
Yeah, get a Mobile Globe today. It's great for a present for somebody who loves the Padres. It's great for your desk. It's great for a bookshelf. It's great for a nightstand. It's great for a work desk at work to show everybody at work that you are a diehard Padres fan. So go out and get a Mobile Globe today. PWS10, PWS10. That's our promo code. Click the link in the description below. And even if you're not a Padres fan and you like watching us, awesome. Welcome. They have a Mobile Globes for every single team in Major League Baseball. Go pick one up today. And if you don't want to get Padres or other teams Mobile Globe, they have Earth Mobile Globes. They have Sun Mobile Globes. They have Solar Mobile Globes. They have Nebula Mobile Globes. They have
And Nebula. Corinne and Nebula.
Yeah.
Pick them up.
Yeah. And by the way, yes, I see in the chat. I might be like contracting like some diseases with how bad it smells down here. Honestly, like it's like literally legitimately toxic. I'm not even joking you.
Well, this is a developing story. Now, you had said about a month ago, real quick, and then we'll get back. You said a month ago, roughly, maybe less, like, yo, it smells like trash or whatever, or crap.
There's an article here. It says Imperial Beach sewage crisis is causing fears of long-term illnesses.
Oy vey.
Now, look, it's, you know, I don't know. It's from Newsbreak, but still, I think it's been headlined on Fox, local stations, health impacts of toxins in the air. I mean, it's a disaster as far as the smell goes down here.
Well, what do we need to do?
That's the thing. I don't know.
We can't really do anything
because the sewage is so bad that I don't know what they can do. I mean, you can't go in the beach down here. I would never go in the beach down here.
Come on, be a man. Go for a swim.
Nope, not even. And I see kids playing in it and like they're dunking their heads, and I'm like, guys, what are we doing here? You know, and it's weird because it's not all the time. Like it will just randomly out of nowhere, just like, oh, like it just comes.
Do you think it has to do with the temperatures at all? Like the warm temperatures here recently, or no?
I do think it does summertime because I don't remember it smelling this bad last year when we moved in November.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been this way since Nate Colbert set the record. It's 74.
Yeah,
maybe maybe it'll end now.
And I love this area, so we love this area, but it's just like,
yeah, but isn't that kind of like, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how's the play?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like you love it, but you think you're gonna like get sick.
Well, if
you are also very close to the water, for example, where you are in IB. You know what I mean? Like if you were a mile away from where you were, I wonder if you'd smelled it all. I'm just curious. Like, would you think if you went a mile inland?
Because people inland in Chula Vista smell it.
Okay, then you disprove my theory.
Yeah, like it's going up towards Coronado.
Towards Coronado?
Yeah.
Is Coronado? Oh, I got you.
So you got Imperial Beach.
Yep.
Take the highway up there to Coronado, and you're there.
I got you. All right. Well, fix it.
Okay.
I think it's as simple as that.
Yeah, it really is.
Listen, I agree with I agree. We just talked about it. I think that's accurate and fair. I think that's fine. Like I think Kim plays if he returns, but they might be setting it up for Kim not to return.
Potentially. I mean, that's a loss for the team depth wise.
I mean, defensive replacement. Is that possible? If he came back with like a week to go, or I mean, maybe it is possible. Truthfully,
look, I think is it fair to say that this year, I really just haven't been that super high on Kim's defense. Like at short this year, I'm not like
because he's committed 1 million errors.
I'm not like, oh man, dude's playing like freaking Ozzie Smith out there.
Being with Yazzie Guillen, I did that to you.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like he's a vacuum at short. Every single time a ball is hit near him, he makes a play. He has a crazy range. His arm is amazing. Like, I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying he's probably a little better at defensively than Xander Bogaerts.
Sure.
You know?
We just talked about this. Ben, appreciate you, man. He says, can we redirect any unused funds aimed at improving Jim's old internet to getting John a fan so we can keep that window closed during the wrap-up show? Well, now I'm learning that my train is much less concerning than Jim, like, dying of chemicals.
Yeah. It's way less concerning.
By the way, I'm being told, Ben, that within the next 25 years, this train that goes through Del Mar may move. So this might not be an issue within a quarter century.
Oh, cool.
So when the train's like falling into the ocean, the train's right on the ocean. Have you seen that thing on the cliffs? I know you have.
Oh yeah. So when you and Fadden are doing the wrap-up show together in 20 years.
What are you talking about?
Or when Fadden's doing the wrap-up show on this channel, or
how about this? Fadden will just do it and text us if you need something. We'll give you our numbers. Yeah. We could do it for another. What's 25 years among friends, Jim, right? We need to get to 100,000 subscribers. We need the silver play button. We can't even get to 7K. What happened to the Manny Machado home run night, guys?
How many subs we got? What the hell's going on here, guys?
We're 21 away. Subscribe.
Well,
Victor, thank you. He says, when can we expect Diaz to fully replace Campusano? Good question. Really good question.
I think like now.
Maybe now.
Because Diaz has already got a couple starts under his belt, and I think they're going to get him ramped up for the postseason.
That's what it seems like. Carlos, who spends a lot of time at TJ and San Diego, says, sorry that Tijuana has made your home unbreathable.
I don't know truly what to blame. Whatever.
Yeah, who are you going to blame?
I don't know. I don't want to just go as easy as saying I blame Tijuana. I don't want to go as easy as saying I blame this, I blame that. I just there's got to be something that is making it smell like absolute like deviled shit egg here all the time. And like, how could you not fix it? Like, there has to be somewhere where there's sewage. And you would think that the way to fix it is just clean up the sewage.
This is your breakdown?
I don't really have a like well thought out breakdown.
Well, they've obviously done the deep dive. Like, they know what's going on. The problem is it just can't be fixed because it does have to do with, like, they've been trying to fix this thing for decades.
Like, just drop chlorine in the water and
that's not gonna, kill all the fish.
Hey, I mean, that's another thing too. I see on the pier here at Imperial Beach, people fishing. You wouldn't catch me.
What are you fishing for?
You're gonna eat a fish out of this toxic water?
Do you drink water out of the sink?
God, nope.
I do all the time. Is that controversial? I've never in my entire life used filtered water.
It's what?
Never.
Now, I never used filtered water either until Aaron, who only
and a year ago you didn't even use filtered water, you idiot.
Bro, I was a mess. But we actually bought a water cooler, like a water cooler, like water jugs.
Mm-hmm.
And every like 3 weeks, I just have to go to Walmart and refill the water jugs. And it's like,
well, I get it for where the situation you're dealing with right now. I'm just too trusting of water. I'm like, it's America. We have water. Oh, Lord.
It really does. Have you ever tested out the tap water? It's awful, dude. And I didn't know that until Aaron.
Water.
There's as Faulty Spork says, there's like fluoride and just like nasty chemicals in tap water here in America.
I mean, I'm alive.
Not for long.
Oh, God. I'm not sleeping tonight.
Here, you are right, Omar. The tap water in Switzerland and Italy, it was amazing.
Why don't you just start a Swish wrap-up show? Oh, God.
Bro, just buy a Brita. It's not that hard.
It's annoying, though. It comes into the cup slow. I want my water now. You know what I mean? I open the tap, boom, there it is. Water. Free.
Dude, tap water.
I probably should with a kid. I mean, this is kind of... Kristen's going to kill me, though, because she's very like, no. This is like old wives' tale. Just drink the water. Be a man.
It's not. Have you ever... So this is what we did. We got a water tester. And if it's above a certain level, that means that it's like you don't want to drink that water. And now it's probably different down here because it's Imperial Beach and like right next to like shit water, literally. But we tested out filtered water compared to the water out of the tap. Dude, it just night and day. And trust me, you can even taste it too. You taste filtered water.
All right, I'm gonna buy it. Doug, do you attach it to the faucet or do you use the little thing?
Depending on what you have, what kind of faucet you have. Do you have like the one where like the faucet pulls out? It's like a sprayer. Like, show me what your faucet looks like. Pause.
See it?
I know I can't tell.
Hold on.
Zoom in. Show me your faucet. Nope. We were talking about legendary moments in the wrap-up show. Put this one up there.
What do you think?
Okay. So like, does it detach?
Yeah, it comes out like the thing like sprays or whatever.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know how that one works. You'd probably not be able to get a filter for that. Just buy a water cooler. Like, it's only like $180. But then, but then when you get the filter,
wait, how much money? $180 for what?
Like a filtered water dispenser that filters out. Like, okay, let me just pull this up.
$180. Was it make gold?
Cooler. What?
It's a good point. Someone says your fridge doesn't have a water dispenser. No.
Yeah, how does it not have a water cooler dispenser? Here.
Pull it up on the screen. Let's see.
Get like buy a Brita, but that's also kind of annoying because you have to refill the water.
Like $20, right?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Dude, this right here.
Pull it up.
Hold on, you pull it up.
Okay. I pulled up?
I got it. This.
You want me to buy a whole like water system?
That's what I have.
Where do I get that?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. And it just shows up. And then I gotta buy the stupid water tanks every day, right?
No, not every day, idiot. You buy like five 5-gallon jugs, and it's like, I don't know how much it is to buy one, but the refill is like $7.
Kristen will murder me if I bring that
And
up.
the great thing is it comes out ice cold. So the water is ice cold when you get it. And it's also, you could get warm water as well.
Send me that link.
Okay.
I'm serious. But again, I made it this long. I mean, I'm in my 40s. I mean,
yeah, but you're also like not drinking healthy water. Like, have you ever noticed the water at work tastes significantly better than probably the water at your house?
Yeah, I just thought that was coincidence.
No, because that's actually filtered water.
Let's get back to the chat. Filtered water is life-changing. Did we have filtered water when we were like kids?
What's going on with your camera?
I don't know. It's on that button. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. By the way, the Padres should do a giveaway. They should have a Padres branded Brita or something. We need eco water.
Oh yeah, okay.
What do you think about
that? Yeah, perfect.
Is that a good fit?
Yeah, let me call up Adam. Hey, so bro.
I have an idea. We need eco water wrap-up show presented by Mark Nemitz.
This is true. No filter or AC.
God, oof. I know it's a grind, dude.
Get a new fridge. Be a man.
Guys, trying to
Nope.
work.
Here's the thing. I bought one of those like filtered shower heads.
Why do you have to filter the shower? Are you sitting there just with your mouth open?
Hold on, you don't have a filtered shower head?
What are you even talking about?
You shower with like the water that you drink?
I don't take the water that I drink and pour it on my head.
No, you idiot. Like the same water that comes out your faucet would come out your shower head.
I don't freaking know. It's a shower.
Yeah, but you don't buy like a filtered shower head, like a Jolie
What are you
or whatever?
talking about? The water comes out of the freaking ceiling and it goes on my body.
That's like also really not good for you.
Why?
Because you're washing in like shit water.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, dude. Carlos, he's on point. He needs a filtered shower head, dude. See, look at
I gotta buy. I guess this wrap up show is gonna cost me $2,000.
the unfiltered water. It does. It damages your hair and it like fucks up your skin.
My hair's
Like,
fine.
actually, well,
Gray.
probably that's why it's gray.
Oh, here we go. My hair's gray because I moved because of San Diego. I don't know. Let me get back to some of these supers. This thing is gone freaking sideways. And you've scared the living crap out of me.
It's so easy. Just you can buy a filtered shower head on Amazon for like $50.
Maybe we have one. I don't know.
I think you would
Like the
notice
ones
if
that
you had
like
one.
spin, like have like the nice summer.
No. The ones that like filter the water before it gets to your body.
I have no idea. I've never heard of such a thing.
What?
I literally have never heard once in my life of a filtered shower head. Those words together have never been said around me ever.
Dude, here we go. Here we go. Now the highest, the best one is a Jolie, or whatever you call it. But like, I mean, this is probably not filtered shower head. This is truly wrap up show after dark levels.
JD Catch, we'll get back to this in a moment because we're off the rails.
Here we go. Dude, I would get a filtered shower head and some type of filtered water thing, because if not, you're probably
Will you come over and do the
die.
full install for my house?
It's going to cost you.
Because I don't know how to do any of this.
Here, let me get this.
Let me see it. No, hold on. Do you want me to pull it up?
I got it.
So that is $50. What the hell is this?
What do you mean, what is it?
I never saw anything like that in my life.
It removes chlorine and harmful substances that you're literally bathing in every single day.
I feel like Kristen would probably know about this. We may have this. I don't know.
If Kristen's like, oh, I don't care about the water that we drink, she probably doesn't know about the water that you're showering in.
She's very hardline with some of this stuff. Like, just like deal with it.
I think I have this. I have this one at my house.
Which one?
This one.
You have that thing that comes off the wall? That doesn't look very fun.
What do you mean? It's great.
Like it's a handheld? I like it. I don't need the handheld.
You're not holding it and showering yourself, idiot.
Then why is it handheld?
Because you can take it off and then like bathe yourself if you want, or like, I don't know.
Is it a hard install?
For you, it probably would be very
impossible, dude. How many lights are out in this house? We don't have, I never do anything when it comes to that. All right.
What just happened tonight?
I don't even know how we got there. How do we get there?
I don't know. I think we're talking about the sewage.
Because of your IB smell.
Yeah.
You might have saved my life, though.
Seriously, guys, if you're watching right now, it's get a filtered shower head. They're not that expensive.
Who do you work for? You're getting 5%.
They're not a sponsor, but like get a filtered shower head and find some type of filter for your sinks or sink. Or if you have a fridge that filters water, then you're fine.
I'm buying a Brita tomorrow.
We don't even give Bentley water from the sink.
Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding?
Because we could get a parasite.
You don't give your dog the water in the sink, and I've been drinking it for 40 years.
Right. We give the good water to Bentley.
Do you also cook him like the same thing you guys eat for dinner?
No, we give him hyper allergenic dog food. It's like special dog food.
I just find it interesting. Can I just make a quick point and we'll move on? I find it interesting that but you'll go to like In-N-Out and eat like a burger, right?
Yeah.
So doesn't it cancel it out that I don't eat fast food, but I drink water? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but if I go to In-N-Out, the burgers are actually like not that bad, and they're like not bad for you. I mean, you're not Paul Saldana or whatever his name is.
You know where like the cows are being like. Anyway,
I'm not going to McDonald's all the time.
What are we even talking?
Or In-N-Out. Like today, my fast food consumption consists of like Rubio's a lot.
That's true. Me too.
And Jersey Mike's. That's
true. All right, let's run
occasionally Chick-fil-A.
Do you? I never see you at Chick-fil-A.
Well, because I always eat before I see you.
Maybe true. Okay, this is get us back on topic. Anyone who watched the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon that ran from 1987 to 1996, pour one out for Peter. Do you know this name? Renaday? He voiced Splinter. Rest in peace, Splinter.
And rest in peace, James Earl Jones, the voice of our time. Truthfully.
Yeah. Star Wars?
Field of Dreams, Lion King.
He's got an amazing voice. He had an amazing voice. Amazing.
I mean, when your characters are Darth Vader and Mufasa, you're goated.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. Matthew, thank you for the super. He says, if Profar has another August off, does he go 7th? Don't even bring this up, dude. Are you being serious? Or are you trying to start something?
Not happening.
Because Jim mentioned this in the chat, freaked out.
Yes,
I'm like, my mind is spinning now about this filtered stuff because now after this, I got to go buy all these things, and you've cost me $300. Carlos, thank you. Okay, now here's the breakdown. Here's the political breakdown. Last government stole money for sewage project. Now former governor has home plate.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Manny, people are going to watch this expecting us to talk about Manny's home runs, and we're talking about government stealing money for a sewage project and filters.
I don't know, dude. I did not expect tonight to go off the rails like this. It's like a Monday, Tuesday.
What day is it?
I have no idea. Thank you, Carlos. Seriously, man. Moises, let's get to Moises. Says, how does John function without Jim and the Rab? Easily. I had been functioning perfectly until we launched this
John's
show.
a hypochondriac. So whenever you tell him something, he's going to freak out. But this is like legitimate. You got to get filtered water, and you got to make sure you're washing with the filtered shower head. If not, fine, your choice. You're just going to be consuming toxins every day.
I am a hypochondriac. That is accurate. Ben says, thank you, Ben. He says, quick, someone call JD Wicker and encourage him to give John a raise so he can afford a filtered water dispenser. I mean, I can afford it. I haven't been doing it.
You're going to cost me $4,000.
Is it? I know. I'm going to have to spend 10 grand on this whole system.
I'm not asking you to go buy a new fridge.
What's this mean? Darapot, thank you. John's immune system's S tier from drinking tap water. Do you know what that means?
S tier? Like top tier?
Like you know what I'm going to do, Jim? I'm going to wake up. I'm going to say, hey, Chris, they said this, and she's going to freak out. Like, no, we're not getting Jones filtered. We're just yada, yada.
It's not like
I'm going to just do it. I'm just going to do it.
I mean, Kristen.
Yes.
This is not saying, hey, you need to have Jones eat candy bars every day.
Which she's already probably doing.
This is like water. Like, filtered water is really good for you and your immune system. And like, if you're drinking from the tap, it's not good for you. If I went to your house and I brought over my like little gadget that measures like how clean your water is, and I showed you how bad your water is,
can you bring it to work tomorrow? I'll bring it home. I'll do it. And then that'll push it over the top.
There you go.
Is it like a pH balancer?
No, yeah, I think it is. You just like fill a glass of water with regular water and filtered water, and you put the little thing in the filtered water, and if it should come up 0.0, and then if you put it in the unfiltered water, if it's like above a 0.6, then it's like not good to drink.
This guy says it's just bathed in Mountain Dew. Okay. I don't know about reverse osmosis. It sounds good. What's bad?
Drinking unfiltered water.
God, I knew that. I've said that before. But wait. Yeah, somehow you're like a water expert.
Skip the test, John. You're gonna freak out. Seriously.
Yeah, I probably agree with
you. Be like, what?
Hendrick says we're all going to die from something. Great. Hey, Manny Machado's the home run leader. Everyone's dead. And then this will literally end the wrap-up show tonight. Thank you, Jake. The COVID freebies will mostly be phased out after this year. Not discussed enough. Mountain West Conference hoops benefited more from 5th and 6th year seniors than 18. Okay.
What the hell just happened?
JD Gotcha, thank you.
You want me to get the filter right now and show you?
I mean, why not? Nobody's here anyway to experience this. If you're still here, I'm sorry. What do you mean, show me? We're going to grab a glass of water and do it?
I'll show you how bad water is.
What does this mean? Yeah, I kind of agree with Luke. I seriously, Charlie, I seriously, dude. I'm doing a lot of thinking right now, a lot of deep thoughts about this. Yeah, it's probably going to add 20 years to my life. Now, I know I've never seen a video of people testing water. Jim has to be getting commission on this. Where's Jim even going? What's he getting? Jellyfish will die in unfiltered San Diego tap water because of the toxins. Is that true? Let me wait for Jim to get back on this one. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous.
You're lucky I couldn't find it.
Look at the screen.
Good point. All right, we're done. I couldn't find it.
No, real quick. We are done. Real quick. Perfect segue.
Oh,
NFL season's back. Padres pick'ems. We've been telling you about Underdog all season. Now is the time to sign up. If you have not signed up for Underdog, do it now. Use promo code PODSWRAP. You get a water filtration system for a limited time only. Use promo code PODSWRAP. They'll send you a water filtration system. I'm kidding. But you will get up to $1,000 in bonus cash if you use promo code PADSWRAP. That is PODSWRAP. They've got great offers going on right now. NFL discounts, free pick'ems, 50% deposit match on your first deposit. Play along and win. You can win big time. Use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Click the link in the description down below or scan that QR code on the screen right over there.
Yep.
All right.
PODSWRAP. We're done.
PODSWRAP. We're done. Back tomorrow. Join us tomorrow. John and Jim, 3 p.m. tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. I'll let you know if I have a water filtration system installed by then. It'll probably cost me $2,500. So thank you all. Because I'm going to freak out now and do the deep dive until 2 a.m. about these. We're talking about water practice. I mean, water.
Yeah.
Sure. It's the most important thing in the world, probably. But yeah, water. So do children.
That's probably more
the culprit.
Yeah.
It's a good point, though. I wonder if I'd be feeling better if I was. Anyway, join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. San Diego Sports 760. Tomorrow night, right here on the wrap-up show. Can we get to 7,000 by the time this thing's on replay for 24 hours, folks? Can we get to 7,000 subscribers? What are we at, Jim, as we get out of here?
I don't know.
6984. 16 subscribers away. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. Manny Machado.
All that filtered water talk.
I know. Manny Machado sets the franchise record. Padres win 7-3, and I'm buying a water filtration system between now and the next wrap-up show. Please support our partners. Mark Nimitz, I'm not doing it because it's going to freak me out. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He's our title sponsor. If you have an insurance need, let him know. Mova Globes, use promo code PWS10. Seriously, get 10% off. And again, Underdog Fantasy, promo code PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Smash the like button, subscribe. Thank you for the super thanks if you're here on replay. For Filtered Jim, I'm Unfiltered John, which is kind of the opposite of the show. This has been the wrap-up show. We should start a new channel.